am sharing with you my October reset. I am sharing my intentions, my inspirations, my goals, some of the things that I had work out really well in September and some of the things that did not work out as well. Share with you my books that I am reading and all that I have planned for the month of October. So if you're looking to really get a nice handle on your life, not necessarily reset anything, but if you are looking to live a more intentional month, have the best intentions with your time, and really get the most out of the moments in your life, this video is for you. Hey friends, welcome back. We have a new monthly reset. Now I have fallen off on monthly resets for a while. I'm not going to lie, I fell off of a lot of things that were such a major priority in my success with my mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health that I had to really get down and dirty and just pick myself up again and really just focus on what's important, what I would like to get done, set some really great intentions, really focus on my mood, focus on my energy, and really make sure that I'm pouring myself into the things that matter and not just draining my cup from kind of filler and non-important things. So while setting up for my October reset, I really had to sit down and think about what mattered to me, what I wanted to be intentional with my time, with my energy, with my love, with my family, and what I really needed to focus on pulling away from. Really focus on what matters to me and what is going to protect my peace. For a very long time, even prior to starting this journey, I always poured 100% of myself into every single thing, even things that drained me, even things that were not important, just the most mundane, not important, soul draining things. And I have made it a point to no longer do that. I really wanted to sit down and interview myself and figure out what makes me happy, what can I pour myself into, and what can I start pulling away from. Protecting my peace, protecting my energy, and making sure the very best part of me is given to the people who need it, who it matters the most to, and who I enjoy giving my energy and time to. So these are very important, and if you find that you are just spreading yourself completely thin, life is just so heavy, the burdens of everything are weighing you down, and another month is just flying by and you have not accomplished any of your personal growth goals, let's talk. Let's figure out what we can do to make October the very best October yet so we can finish out 2023 very strongly. I am now entering in kind of what they are calling a what is soft life. Soft life. That's kind of the technical term, I guess. You've heard that girl becoming that girl. I never was trying to become that girl. I always was trying to become her, and each version of her differed to various people. Currently right now, I am embracing just the slowing of the seasons. I feel like I have spent a majority of my life just rushing and trying to survive the chaos that I basically just survived life up until this point. And if you have done this, if you were a young single mom, you know the feeling now. I was a young single mom, and then, I had more kids later on, and it was literally just a monotony of chaos. Every day it was just chaos, but it was the same chaos. It wasn't controlled, and it was just spiraling, and you were literally just trying to not sink, right? So we got through majority of our life just trying not to sink, trying to kind of stay above water with bills, with finances, with kids, with work, with everything, that now here we are and the kids are older and we're able to kind of swim and relax and enjoy the fruits of our labor that so much time has passed, and here we are at this age and we don't know how to enjoy those moments because the things that we enjoyed prior to kids we really don't enjoy now, and we don't really know who we are anymore. So it's like a whole new rediscovery for all of us, and that's kind of where I've been, and that's where my biggest focus has been, is slowing down, enjoying a slow season of life, and really trying to damper down the hustle mindset, the grinding mindset, like now, go, go, go. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm always going to hustle, honey. I will always make sure that it is getting done and I'm getting it done on time. And if there is a dollar to be made, your girl is going to make it, you know, but it doesn't have to be like that in all aspects. I could still be a hustler and a boss with work, but do it on make sure I'm giving myself some time off. You know, everybody deserves a few days off, and I have to remind myself that I deserve those days off as well, so I don't have burnout, which I feel like all of us are a little bit burnt out by the month 10 of the year. I'm making sure also for the month of October, I'm showing up as my authentic self, not what I want people to think of me, not what I think people want to see in me, not what I would want people to think I am, just me, plain simple me, doing the things that I enjoy, but not letting certain activities or things that I do enjoy define me as a person. Just being me and being my most authentic self, all again, while enjoying the season, slowing down, really falling into the soft feminine energy. I'm gonna do a whole other video about kind of embracing your soft feminine energy and what that means for me. Now, it's not about wearing pink bows and pink lipstick and, you know, having a little toy poodle or something like that, but it's basically how you approach things, how you address things, how you address yourself, how you address situations. And it's really like a breath of fresh air. If you guys want to hear more about it and how I've been practicing it, and how if you would like to accompany me on this journey, I can give you all the tips and tricks that I've been learning on my journey. So I have goals for the month of October for my business, right? For work. I want to make sure that I'm posting 3 videos a week, including 1 short. So 4 different videos, 3 in long form content, 1 in short form content. I want to make sure I'm posting 2 reels and 2 TikToks a week, and making sure that I am, you know, just kind of watching them, staying up to date with comments, making sure the interaction is good. I want to set videos for at least 2 weeks ahead, making sure that I have everything planned out. We are approaching Q4 on social media, and it is the busiest time of the year. This is where we get the most work, we get the most sponsors, we make the most money. Ads are paying you the most, so you can really get swallowed up, and I don't want to miss any opportunities to make sure that I am posting as much as I can, so I can really, you know, monetize on the more money that could be made. The next subject for a reset for myself is for my home. Each way people group up or have, you know, goals for each different area of their life is going to vary. These are just things that pertain to me, and this is how I'm breaking them down. I sat down and thought, hey, what do I want to work on? So for me was my business. The next up is going to be my home. So for my home, I want to keep everything really simple. I'm not going to take on any big projects right now, just because it's the end of the year, and with the holidays and stuff like that, it's just unrealistic. We usually tend to do like home improvement projects after the first of the year. But for myself, I want to make sure I declutter and organize my bedroom. I feel like my house has gotten very, especially like my bedroom is kind of been a catch-all recently, and I feel like it's just super cluttered. It's not a very serene, calming space, right? When you think of your bedroom, everything wants to be lush and plush and comfy and minimalistic and just a place where you can unwind and relax, and I don't feel like that for my room. So I want to make sure I'm going through, I want to go through my closets, get rid of the clothes that don't fit me anymore. I don't know if I'm going to do a Poshmark. If you guys are interested in Poshmark, and if I listed my stuff, you guys would want to check it out, let me know. I'm kind of undecided if I'm going to do that or like Salvation Army or something. I want to also declutter my front hall closet, which I have like a ton of coats and stuff like that that I need to get rid of or donate or something like that. But I definitely want to organize and declutter my spaces because it needs it. Another thing that I have found that has been so helpful with just kind of keeping my mind at ease, kind of letting me wake up in a slower fashion, not feeling bombarded, is by having a morning and evening cleaning schedule. So basically what I do is every night right before I go to bed, I will close down the house. And my kids are older, so it's going to be a little bit different, but I will just make sure all the dishes are done, everything is wiped down, and I will vacuum like the floors real quick and make sure there's nothing on the table. So when I wake up in the morning, everything is good, right? Everything looks good, everything is put away, everything is tidy. It's not a deep clean, it's just a surface clean to help you wake up and let you wake up in a more peaceful, cleaner environment. And then when I get home from the gym, so this is after the morning rush, after the girls have gone to school, you know, Ray is at school, Leo's done his lunch, everything like that. I'll do a quick pickup. So, and the house will stay clean because it's just me here, or then I'll be at work or whatnot, and the house just stays clean until we come home. So it's never really a big deep cleaning job, because even when I do have my deep cleaning days on Wednesdays, they're not that bad because I clean every day. So with deep cleaning, it just kind of entails, you know, wiping out the counter or the cabinets, mopping, scrubbing the toilets. That's not even that, because I scrub the toilets, but like washing the floors, clean out the bathtub, stuff like that. And another thing that has helped me is every day I do a batch of laundry. And I don't just throw the laundry in the wash and then make sure it makes it to the dryer. I wash it, I dry it, and I bring it upstairs. So there's never a basket full of clean clothes sitting downstairs. So when they do finally make it up upstairs, it doesn't look like they've been shoved in a corner and they're all wrinkled. So at least the clothes stay looking fresh and clean, and they're not wrinkled. And, you know, if somebody wants to wear that, it doesn't look like you know, we're not like running around the house and being all crazy or anything like that. It's just nice and clean and together and orderly. Income for each family is individualized, right? And how people decide to break up their funds and spend money completely comes up to the relationship, the spouses, everything like that. I don't like sharing numbers like that. I just don't like doing that. So if you're looking for exact numbers, I just won't give them. But between me and Leo, each one of our monies goes to a separate place, right? We live very much within our means. We don't have any card payments, we don't have fancy vacations, and we don't do credit cards. So things are pretty much like what we have on hand is what we have. So Leo's money, because he makes more, obviously, you know, he handles like the big bills of the house, right? Mortgage, you know, insurance, stuff like that, phone bills. For myself, I handle just the utilities, the groceries, and whatever my girls need. School stuff, birthday parties, Christmas gifts, that all kind of falls on me. So for finances, I always focus on what I have to pay, not what Leo's paying. So for finances for myself, I have to pay my daughter's tuition for college. My daughter was granted a scholarship, but it doesn't cover everything. It just covers the tuition, but not the fees. So it's still a little bit of a price tag, but it's nowhere near as what it should be. So I have to pay that. I have to add money to my Christmas budget. I already have about $900 saved, and I only want to save probably another $400 or $500. And then if I have extra, if I don't spend, just because I have $1,500 doesn't mean I'm going to spend $1,500. If I have any money left over, then I just throw that back into the savings account and it's fine. But when that $1,500 is going to handle all 3 of my kids for Christmas and all of our extended family. And then that's also going to handle my 2 daughters' birthdays in December and their birthday party. So I make that money stretch, okay? I am a shopping sales queen. All right. And the last thing for finances is to make sure I secure all my jobs for October, November. October's pretty good. Just want to make sure that we have enough jobs for November, and I want to start leaning into December as well. Make sure that we have our monthly ones guaranteed and make sure that we're planning out ahead. A new subject for me is beauty. I have been really trying to lean into, again, embracing the feminine energy, but with that is trying to become more of a high value woman. And with that definition of being a high value woman will vary from person to person. But I am getting older, and I work very hard on myself, especially my outward appearance. You know, I work out a lot and stuff like that. I want to make sure that I'm embracing that and I am looking more high value. So for me, high value has been toning down some parts of my routine. High value for me also is having a set beauty routine weekly. I do this not only to be considered high value or to embrace my feminine energy, but also to have self-care for myself, to take a few hours out of my day to do something for myself. Right, so for me, beauty routines are every Thursday. Thursdays are my off day of the gym, and it varies. So usually on Thursdays is when I will self-tan. That's like the shower of my life day, you know, where you get the long showers and you scrub and you wash your hair and you do all the masks and stuff like that. And then whatever thing needs to be done. If I have to do my nails, I've been doing my own nails. I cut back on the acrylics. I'm just doing the gel X myself. If I have to shape my eyebrows, I do that myself. Tint my eyebrows, do that myself. Laminate my eyebrows, do that myself. Dye my hair, do that myself. Self-tan, I do that myself. The only service that I like to hire out is pedicures. I also want to make sure that on Sundays I'm picking out my outfits for the week, whether that's for the gym or whether that's for, you know, my days off from the gym. Another thing is if I am not in the gym, I am not wearing gym clothes. That's it. So I work out certain days of the week. I work out 5 days of the week, right? On those 2 days that I'm off of the gym, I am wearing jeans, a skirt, a dress, something that looks nice. That is not gym clothes. That does not have an elastic waistband, you know? And another idea that I have been really leaning into is finding a style of fashion that I am comfortable in, that I feel comfortable in, that I feel comfortable enough to wear, and I could style it many ways. So I'm definitely building up a capsule wardrobe, finding signature staple pieces that maybe might be a little bit more money, but I can wear them all season long. So I've been slowly building up, finding some certain sweaters. I just bought like a jacket that I really wanted. I gave myself a couple different jackets, and this capsule wardrobe has kind of been harder to kind of have an idea, because I've never been a capsule wardrobe person. I've always been like, buy this, buy that, and then never wear it. So I'm making sure that the pieces that I have that I can wear multiple ways, and I can wear them any day. And I want to make sure that even on a grocery shop day that I'll feel comfortable wearing them. And I'm really proud to say that I have been wearing them. I've been wearing jeans, I've been wearing boots, just for, you know, random pop-ins. And that's been really great for my mental health, to get me out of the house, to get me around people, to push myself outside my limits. Now, my favorite category is mental health. That's just what has been really serving me and really helping me become my best version of me again, because the best version of you is going to evolve. You're going to continuously evolve, and you're going to want to keep embracing her and falling in love with her and feeding her all that she needs, right? Or him or they or them, whatever you would like to go by. But nonetheless, you want to make sure that you are serving your soul, right? You are feeding your soul, and you want to make sure that it is right with your soul. So for me, mental health is weekly therapy. For right now, I have to understand, I have this idea that I get overly cocky. And I think that because I feel good, that I don't need it anymore, right? That I'm like, oh, well, I've been doing really good, so I could probably skip this month with therapy. And then it's just a domino effect. So I need to understand that I cannot skip months of therapy. So weekly therapy is for me, some days, some weeks I have 1 visit, some weeks I have 2, depending on what's going on in my life, and I schedule them accordingly to if I'm having any issues. I want to finish Overcoming book. Oh, I have a book that I've been reading that my therapist actually recommended for me. I had a really bad nosedive in my mental health, pretty much July, August, and the beginning of September. And my intrusive thoughts, my health anxiety, just that, like my head just completely turned on me, and I was just in a deep, dark panic. And the thing is like, what's so crazy about people who struggle with mental health is you don't know, right? You can't look at somebody and say like Leo, I can't say like they're crazy, right? I hate when people say that, but you feel crazy. You feel like a lunatic, right? And no one knows, especially with me, when my anxiety gets really, really bad, I really pull inward, and I am so quiet, and I'm so just in my head, and I am just like digging deeper into this pit of despair. And I just get so anxious, so depressed, so scared. I just break, and I just drowned in it. And that's what happened again. So what did I do? I have really bad, like I said, I have just anxiety disorder with OCD tendencies. My OCD isn't me like, you know, counting cracks on the sidewalk. I have rituals, right? And especially when I have these overcoming, like these thoughts, these intrusive thoughts, I don't stop them, and I just keep, you know, snowballing off of them. And I'm always like, this is it. It's the big, you know? So, my therapist recommended Overcoming Unwanted, it's what it's called, Overcoming Unwanted Intrusive Thoughts. It's a CBT, so it's a cognitive behavior therapy based guide to getting over fighting obsessive or disturbing thoughts. And I've actually been, me and my sister I've been reading it and then kind of calling my sister because she suffers as well. I'm on chapter 3. They're pretty thick chapters. I'm just reading it. First off, self-help books for me are very, very, make me very sleepy. So I'm reading little by little. I try to do like a chapter or half a chapter, depending how big, and really absorb the information. But it is really nice to know that I'm not alone. There are a lot of people like this. I'm not crazy, and I won't have to deal with this forever because, you know, even if they do come up, I'm learning how to identify them and how to react to them. Same thing goes with, you know, I've done a lot of cognitive behavior therapy with learning how to identify my triggers with people, identifying my stressors, and how I react to stressors. And we've had to go back there again because I kind of forgot a lot of things and I was acting out. So it works. I'm also limiting myself from 7 a to 7 p for screen time. So if anybody messages me after or before those times, I will not be on my phone. Daily positive affirmations. I've been listening to Leora Alexandra, and I also listen to Bob Baker and their Morning Miracle. I love it. I listen to it every morning. I'm making my coffee, making my bed. I store it on the iPad and I just kind of bring it around and I say them out loud and I get excited. I close my eyes and I feel the feelings and I feel the affirmations and I believe them with all of the hope and love in my heart that I am a miracle magnet, that amazing things are coming to me, that I am divinely created and divinely blessed, and I am in the divine's favor. And I know that whatever I want is on its way to me, and God's timing is always right. And these are the things that kind of, because it's positive, right? It's you feel so hopeful when you say that, and you like hug yourself, and you're like, Danielle, you know, you were divinely made. There is somebody out there who is just in your favor, and all the things that you want, you don't have to want and long for them because they are on the way to you, and know that you are so worth it and it's coming. Just trust the process. And I just feel so good every morning starting that. I also consume content that makes me happy. I low-key was a hater online. I'm not gonna lie. I never left like a mean comment or gave somebody a thumbs down or gossiped on them, but like I would watch some people's stuff and be like, everybody's wearing that. I'm so sick of these like to know it girls. I'm just, you know, why does she have to have that? Like, God, please, she's showing off. Like, I was just a negative like bitch. I mean, honestly, I was just like a hater, and I didn't like who I was, and I was like, man, I'm a real asshole, you know. So, and I had unfollowed these girls, and it's not their fault. They didn't do anything wrong, honey. They're making their money. They're getting their bag. But I couldn't separate my feelings from that, and it wasn't making me feel good. I wasn't feeling good seeing them. Like, again, they're probably wonderful people. It's nothing to do with them. I just didn't like them. I hate to say that. But you could say that. Like, we're in a society right now that if we say we don't like somebody, then we're a mean person and we have to pretend to like them. I just don't like them. There's no reason why. You don't have to be mean to them. You don't have to go out of your way and bully them or talk down to them or critique them. You could just unfollow them, unsubscribe them from your life, and move on with it and say, hey, you know what? You're not for me, and I'm probably not for you, but I wish you all the best. Good luck, my friend. And that's what I did. And I'm consuming content that I enjoy. I had to stop with a lot of people because they just weren't doing it for me. And I feel like that was also a big thing for why I was kind of circling the drain with a bad attitude. I'm also embracing daily self-care. Now, it's not, you know, me plucking my eyebrows or putting on lashes or whatever the case may be. It's, you know, putting some really great luscious lotion on my feet and putting on a real soft pair of socks at night. Or, you know, making sure I'm gonna go to bed at night and I'm gonna spray my pillow with some linen spray so it smells so nice and it's gonna give me like these vibes that I'm in a upscale hotel. Or maybe taking my blanket and throwing it in the dryer with a dryer sheet so it's nice and warm when it comes out and it smells fresh. Like little things for self-care, you know, little things that make me feel good, you know. Going to bed a little bit early so I can lay in bed and watch or read my book or watch my show. And watch stuff that is like, you don't have to watch things because everybody else is. Honey, if you like Gilmore Girls, curl up on your couch and watch some Gilmore Girls. See what Roria's doing, okay? Go see what those two girls are up to because I love Stars Hollow. And it's okay. Read the smut books. If you like a smut book, baby, read the smut book. No one would have to know. Enjoy it. I love me some smut. Okay, but do the things that, you know, fill your cup, not what you think or what everybody else is doing. There's certain things that people do where I'm like, not my thing. Matcha tea, no, not for me. But, you know, I'm glad you like it, so it's okay. Another thing for me has been my CBD routine. That is a non-negotiable for me from now on. I need to be on CBD. I have to be on it. It helps me just kind of stay calm and collective. It really takes off that extra pinch that life gives. I take the Nuvita CBD. I have a link and everything down below, and I pay for it. I don't get it for free. I wish I did. I mean, it is a little bit pricey, but it works. It works, and there's no... I'm real nervous about pharmaceuticals. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was on a lot of pharmaceuticals for my anxiety, and the withdrawal and the brain zaps and the brain fog were just the biggest deal breaker, aside from the massive weight gain that I had. And the fact is sometimes they just don't work, you know, and you can't like double take them. So CBD has been a life changer for me. I take CBD. I also do the infused one sometimes. I'm actually ordering some of the gummies. Like, they work so well. And if you are struggling, there's no reason for you to struggle. You know, if you're afraid of pharmaceuticals, you don't want to be on pharmaceuticals, you want to try something a little bit more holistic, CBD. There is no reason. Life is such a beautiful and blessed experience. There's no reason why we should struggle to get through it. Absolutely not. Take the CBD if you can do it, if you can afford it, if you want to try it. I highly, highly recommend. It's worth it. It is a game changer, and it will change your life. For the next subject for me is physical health. You guys know that that's just a non-negotiable for me as well. I will make it to the gym. I have my trainer. I will make sure my meal plans are on point. And that routine for me is just non-negotiable. It's just like brushing my teeth for me. It's just always going to be there. I want to make sure I did just start including creatine in my routine. I want to make sure I stay consistent with that. And I also want to make sure that I stay consistent with some of my other supplements that I bought, because sometimes I like to buy supplements and then they sit on the counter. Now for the fun stuff, I want to talk about the pits and the peaks of the month. So pits and peaks, like what was the best part and what was the worst part. The peak of the month for me, for the month of September, was my daughter's 19th birthday. My Rhea turned 19 on September the 7th. And it was, I can't believe it. It's so funny now because Rhea's 19. I got pregnant with Rhea at 19. So to see us is so different, because she's kind of the child I never got to be, I guess, and she's having the moments I never got to have, and I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy that life isn't making her grow up so fast, and that is nobody else's fault but my own. I mean, it wasn't even a fault. It was a decision I made. I made a grown-up decision on a very juvenile emotion, and you know, I paid the cost. You know, I did what I had to do. I put my big girl chonies on, and I did what I had to do, and I raised a wonderful woman. And yeah, so my baby's 19. So the pit of the month for me was my mental health crisis. That was really bad. And I was also going through this spiral when Rhea was in Ireland, and I wasn't trying to spiral. So Rhea went to Ireland for a week with my dad, and I was just spiraling. It was a mess. But I pulled myself out. I did all the things I had to do. My therapist, she sent me to all the doctors. I got all of my physicals. I got all my blood work done. I've seen every doctor that you were supposed to see for the year within like a 2-week time period. I got all my results back. We are golden. We are healthy. We are good for another year. So I'm happy I did that. That definitely alleviated a lot of burden and a lot of mental stress. So if you are struggling with health anxiety and afraid of everything, go see your doctor, get all the physicals done. It's better to be proactive than reactive. And that's what I did, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. That is my new goal for the rest of my life, is to be proactive instead of reactive. So come January, that's when I'm due for my gynae, and then I'll get my first mammogram in January. And at 45, I know I gotta get a colonoscopy, and just staying proactive. The word of the month for me, I used to love doing words of the month. What word will describe this month for me, for myself, for my goals? And I am truly optimistic. The word of the month for me for October is optimistic, which is perfect because October, optimistic. I'm very optimistic that I can continue on this pathway, continue, embracing and leaning into the soft feminine era. Really encourage myself to stay focused on my mental health, pour into the things that matter, pull back from the things that don't, pull back from the people who don't, and really stop putting everybody above myself. And I think as a mom, we are told that, right? That kids, husband, everybody, we're always at the end. I'm at the point now, even with my own children, they're not coming before me anymore. Now, when I hear me out when I say this, I mean, you know, not that if there's a piece of bread and my kids are hungry, of course I'm gonna feed my babies. But when it comes to just, you know, my kids don't want for anything. I give them everything and plus some. I have to stop doing that because the more I give them, they just keep taking, and I just keep losing more and more of myself, you know, stressing myself out, you know, and then, you know, you keep giving them and giving them and giving them, and then they don't appreciate it. And then you feel empty at that, and you feel pissed off, and you feel discouraged, and you feel like, you know, what the hell did I just do this for? That's gonna stop. My kids are gonna have to earn these things. My kids are gonna have to learn how to fall into their own areas. My babies aren't babies anymore, okay? Except for Becky, who's almost 10. These are also life lessons that she needs to learn. And she's not gonna be learning them at 19 like Rhea, or 13 or almost 14 like Sophie. She's gonna learn them a little bit younger. But these are also valuable life lessons that I wish I would have known, because maybe at my age, I wouldn't be pouring from an empty cup and feeling that life has completely burned me out, feeling that I feel unwanted, unneeded, neglected, unappreciated, because I've let everybody just take from me. And I did it because I think that's what they want, because I want to please them. And I want my girls to know that we're not people pleasing anymore. We're taking care of numero uno ourselves, and then everybody else. And we're only taking care of those that we want to take care of, not because that we think we should. The last thing is going to be the books I am reading. I have quite a few, but let me share with you a few of them. I'm not doing any Kindle books right now. I did a lot of Kindle books, and I had to take a step back because I was just reading and I wasn't getting no work done. It's like starting a new series with me. I am a junkie reader. So I have quite a few. So let me share with you. You guys, I already shared with you, I'm gonna be reading this. I read a chapter a day. That's just homework from therapy. I'm also working on this book. This is some shadow work. If you've never heard of shadow work, it could be a lot. Like, I've cried. I just do, you know, I find what kind of sings to me and I work through it. Basically, shadow work is just addressing trauma, addressing your inner child, addressing things that have happened, feelings that you feel and why you felt them. Like, I actually did an exercise on here, and it says, you know, what are your biggest fears? What's this? What's that? You know, why do I have such bad health anxiety? Why am I so afraid of getting these terminal diseases? Why am I so afraid of what's going to happen? Why do I always think something terrible is going to happen? It's because I'm afraid of being alone, because I have abandonment issues, and because I'm afraid that the people that I love aren't going to be here anymore, and I'm not going to be here, and I'm going to be all alone and be by myself. And I don't want to lose them. I never want to be alone without them. And just thinking of leaving them puts me into a sheer panic. And it took doing some shadow work to figure that out. So definitely recommend this. I got this book off of Amazon. They have quite a few, but it is a little, you know, don't do it all in one day. Do little by little, because it is a little draining on you emotionally. But it is something that I really am glad that I've been doing. I also have the 5-minute gratitude journal. I picked this up off of Amazon. I do this every morning. It's just a little bit of a journaling exercise just for gratitude. It's really nice. I'm also working on this. This is the 369 Laws of Attraction book. I got this at Half Price Books. It was $6.99. They have it on Amazon too. And it's basically just teaching you how to really manifest, how to use the law of attraction for you and what you want, and how to really focus your things on the things that you are desiring, how to basically request it from the universe. And I am a firm believer in the laws of attraction. There's a difference. I know a lot of people like to bring in religion. There's a big difference for me personally between religion, being religious, and being spiritual. I'm both. So I was not raised in a very religious or spiritual home, I suppose. We were always given the freedom to practice and to do whatever we wanted. My mother is non-practicing Catholic, I guess, and my father he's Jewish. So yeah, that was the whole thing. So we were always kind of, you know, you can talk to God from your house as well as the one down the street. And, you know, I chose to, you know, get married in a Catholic church, baptize my kids, stuff like that. But how I practice is personal to me. But spiritual wise, I'm a very spiritual person. I So with the laws of attraction, I think it's more of a spiritual thing, and I love grounding myself. I love just embracing the energy. I love cleansing my spirit. I love, you know, watching, learning about all these things. So with law of attraction, I definitely feel that it's more of a spiritual connection, and that the earth is on, the world is on your side. The universe is on your side. You know, God is on your side. Whoever it is that you truly, you know, you pray to is on your side, and everything that you want is on its way to you. And you just have to know that it's coming and be super open about it. And when you start being really negative, being super envious, start doubting the process, that's when everything comes to a halt. You need to be open. And if you're struggling with that, I highly recommend, you know, doing a little bit of soul cleansing, a little soul searching, and really deep diving into this, because we will deep dive into every gossip site. We will figure out why Kourtney Kardashian's baby shower was socially distanced. We will figure out why Kim Kardashian and her, I mean, we'll figure out all the celebrity gossip, honey. Figure out why your chakras are blocked. Figure it out why you cannot spiritually connect. Figure out what it is that is making you a big ball of negativity and fix it, okay? The power is in your grasp. You can do it. So this is the book I've been using. I haven't been using it. I just got it a few days ago. So I filled out a couple things, and I'm trying to, I keep forgetting to do like the second and third part of the daily, but I'll get better at it. It's, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Another book that I got, I've been wanting to read this. I just never have, but I found it when I was at the store. This is, again, half price books, way cheaper than Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble was smoking something. This is The Laws of Attraction, The Basic Teachings of Abraham. This is by Esther and Jerry Hicks. They are like one of the OGs of the Law of Attraction. I haven't started this book yet, but I've been wanting to read it. So I'll read that after I finish this. Now, I love Sarah Jakes Roberts. Again, if whatever your beliefs are, I know she's a pastor. I don't know necessarily what the denomination is that she's a pastor for. I don't know if it's Baptist or what, or Christian, but there's a lot of denominations, right? I just find her to be so inspiring and motivational and just inspirational and just moving. I love her. I love her. I know her dad was a really big pastor as well. I actually talked to my friend Paige Danielle, and she loves her. And I still listen to all of her stuff on YouTube. I like when she tells that she's making hell scared. I'm making hell scared. I love that about her. Anyways, this one's called Woman Evolved. And it says, the most unappreciated woman in history is Eve. We're so blinded by her mistake that we don't see how she gathered the pieces she had left and dared the revolutionized her life. In a vivid reinterpretation of the story of Eve as found by the book of Genesis, Sarah Jakes Roberts help us learn lessons on womanhood and the strength hidden in Eve's story. So I've read, I'm on like the third chapter, and basically I love it because it says, and you could apply the whole story to Eve to anybody, and it was like we were just made to hate her. We knew that it was because of her that we have all of our problems. You know, we got our period because of her. Childbirth is bad because of her. Men cheat because of her. Women are vain because of her. Life sucks because of Eve. Everything is Eve's fault, right? It's not Adam, it's Eve. Eve's the one who ruined everything. What if it wasn't Eve? What if Eve just she was young and she was naive and she made a mistake? I've been Eve. I was Eve at 19. And she made a mistake. And she said, you know what, I'm gonna atone for my sins, and I'm gonna make up for it. But everybody in the world still hated her because of that one sin. But would all of us have a little Eve in us? It's really good. So check it out. It's $12.50 at Half Price Books. And believe it or not, so it was $25 at Barnes & Noble. I think it's $15 on eBay or on Amazon. And I was looking for this book and then I told Ray, I was like, look, if I don't find this book, I'm just not going to get it. And it was the one and only one there. So I was so happy. I was like, meant for me. So that is what my October is looking like. I'm going to enjoy and fall into the season, enjoy the colors. I'm going to make sure that I am out there. I am not sit up in this house and watching life pass me by. I am not losing another moment because I think it's too late to be out, or I think that I shouldn't go, or I don't have any money to go. You don't have to have money to go walk around your neighborhood and look at the changing colors of leaves. You don't have to have money to drive around and look at Halloween decorations. You don't have to have money to just go sit at a coffee bar and use their free Wi-Fi and people watch. You can go walk around the mall. You can go walk around an outside mall. You don't have to buy nothing. You could just go and try on stuff and just feel good about yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Do that for yourself. Put you first this October. Do little things that maybe are a little uncomfortable, that you feel a little stupid doing, but no one knows. Don't think that, hey, I'm not gonna go to that fancy mall because they're gonna know that I don't have any money. Honey, nobody knows you don't have any money. The only person that knows you don't have any money is you. Keep that secret to yourself. Act as if, baby cakes. Happy October, my friends. I'm glad to be back, and it's gonna be the best chapter 10 yet. See you on the next one. Bye, friends.